Recording in progress. Bueno, mi gente, estamos aquí in various far-flung places in New Rico. Welcome to La Esquina, right? Virtual open mic. With us is Isa Anastasia Rivas, our fearless web mistress and all things technical, because it ain't me. I am very much, analog up in here. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to, first of all, thank you for making some time on a Saturday night to, nerd out over poetry, and do so virtually. I know that, everybody is out and about on a Saturday night. And then some of us are not. Some of us are very much like at home, chilling with coffee and whatever else, and really just wanting to get into like this intimate space where you can be just immersed in the sound of poems, and that's an amazing thing again for a Saturday night. I My name is Rich Villar, for those of you who know, and for those who, well, actually everyone in here knows, but for everyone out in Zoomlandia and in YouTube land, we are part of a collective, Isa and I, called the Títere Poets. We are, we were founded with this energy of trying to challenge these different notions of manhood, particularly in spaces of Latinidad and writers of color. And that's been our journey through now. But we also host this amazing open mic called La Esquina, which we have sort of envisioned as a movable feast. And a little bit later, we're going to hear from Isa talking about, where we are, where we're taking that feast in the next few incarnations and such. We have with us a few folks that are familiar to that mission, and a couple of newcomers that have signed up to come on in. I think the best way that I can think to start, to start an open mic is with a poem, right? So I wrote something very recently um, for a journal called Restless, which is going to be debuting later this month, which is the journal of the NYU Prison Education Program where I work, and I edited the work, and some of my students are featured in it, and that's our goal, is to feature our students' voices um, in this journal, which we're not entirely sure how often it's going to come out just yet. But I figured let me go ahead and set it off with the editor's poem from that issue, and it is called Restless. And then from there, let's see. I think I'm going to call upon Stephen to be on deck, and then from there we will hear from this incredible open mic. We may have some more visitors coming in who will be adding on. This is a free flowing conversation. This is as non-formal, I think, as it gets. So if you want to snap, clap, throw a few comments in the chat while we're reading and while we are listening in, that would be awesome. Of course, we try to avoid all of the isms and all that, and all of the stuff that is negative, right? So I think that this particular crew doesn't really need to be told that stuff, but generally speaking, that's what we're about here. It's all love, and you already know. Okay, so with that said, here's a poem called Restless, and it's a found poem. I did my best to try to capture the voices of my guys in the program, who are themselves indeed very restless. Everything is everything. Restless. Still can't complain. We trying to get this class. We trying to get this paper. Let me get up with you later. My sister got problems. Landlord bugging. Mad papers due, and I'm stuck on something. You know me. going through it. I keep it pushing, stay focused. They stay trying me, son. You know me. This is when keeping it real goes wrong. Oh, what you know about that song, youngin? Oh, what you know about that praxis, bro? Bro, they wildin' out here. Can't find no rhythm, no head de la O, no bell biv devo, no jazz pockets, no red glares rockets, no reason, no rhyme, no getting back time, just learning to push. Zoom in, zoom out. I'm restless out here, but you know me, we gonna figure it out. We, and by we, I mean all of us, we going through it. Restless, transition, take time, give time, consider crossings, no time to dream, barely time to sleep. We going through it. Sidewalks uneven, portals and split screens, trains, cars, cities, more cities. Imagination is lack of signposts, linearity. A good poem is movement, shot to shot, line to line, moment to moment. Movement is a noun, we learn. Movement is 12:15, 1:15, 2:15, 3:15, cinder blocks, yellow brick roads, tan and green and grime. Time can be relentless, makes us restless upon conditional release dates, upon flatbed paperwork, upon the scattering of time, upon the buzzing iron gate, upon reclamation of our days, a harvest. Old habits die the hardest on the job, fellas. But sometimes a good talk or a 2 hour walk can be a choice. Unconfined. Landscapes defined by self, despite high curbs, no perfect circles, miles to go. A slammed door is a question mark, a marker of manhood, sometimes a bitter, sometimes a sweet. Everything is everything. Abolition is geography. Love is borderless. Freedom is a place, says Wilson Gilmore, and it lurks all around us, says Baldwin, and we make it back here, home, time and again, restless and our own. Bueno, 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 snap it up, clap it up. Yeah, so that's a little picture of what it's like to work with the guys I work with and what it's like to work, inside a prison and doing a thing that guys literally fought for. In 1971, there was a thing called the Attica prison riots, and part of the demands that were made was more education programs, and to try to get out of that particular trap that we call the prison system, we call carcerality, right? So yeah, we are part of that. We are part of that movement, and yeah, my guys are killing it. So we're going to be having a release party for that on the 28th of October, if I'm not mistaken. It's either the 28th or the 30th, but if I'm able to get folks in the door for that, we have a bit of a, it's a university event, right? So if we're gonna have something, we have to make sure people sign up for it. So look out for that on my Instagram. You can find me at Profe Writes Poems, Profe_writes_poems, Profe Writes Poems. And we are also on Instagram at La Cocina Arts, La_Cocina_Arts. As always, if you don't know how to spell cocina, we can put it in the chat, but just ask a Latino. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? We can get you hooked up. All right. So on deck, I would like to have Marlo on deck if that's cool. Can you throw me a thumbs up if you're good over there in Zoomlandia? Okay, I see a on the chat. What's that mean? Are we not on deck? Are we is the deck not happening? Like, what's going on? If it's cool if you're not ready, if you're still chewing pizza or whatever.
Yeah, it's giving I need more time.
You're gonna need more time? Okay. So scratch the on deck. Say again?
Someone else.
Okay. All right. Marlo's gonna go back beyond the deck. And so now I'm gonna say on deck. How about Whitney? Can we have you on deck, Whitney? Everything cool? Can you throw me a thumbs up?
Yeah, yeah, I'll prepare. I'll
Okay,
prepare.
excellent. Okay, everybody's unprepared. Listen, there's like three of y'all in here, so somebody has to be on deck. You know what I mean? Someone got to be prepared. So
No,
Whitney,
no, I mean like I meant like yes, I'll be good. I'll be good.
okay, all right, excellent, excellent. It's all good. You know what I mean? Is we working it. It's just about 8 p.m. on a Saturday. You know, we good. All right. So Whitney is on deck. But coming up next to the virtual open mic is Mr. Steven Energia, is what I see in the chat, but you're going to introduce yourself properly, brother. Steven,
Yeah,
as we said
awesome,
earlier, 5 to 10 minutes for every slot. So don't feel particularly rushed. Um, so yeah,
awesome.
here we go.
Thank you so much. Um, and yeah, Stephen, Energia or Energia, as a name was originally given to me by a Brazilian, so they always called me Energia. Um, I just want to say I'm really grateful to be here. I'm from, uh, born in Quito, raised in between Florida and Illinois, now currently in Argentina. Um, yeah, I've got I think two poems. I'll keep track of time on my end too, but I think I can fit both these poems. Um, all right. So this first poem, um, this first poem's bot, or it's based on the bot form by Afa Michael Weaver, but I added a little bit of negative space and also some erasure to interrupt the form. When I have erasure, I'm going to try using a sh kind of sound to represent that. If it doesn't come through on the Zoom, no worries. Language barrier bop after Afa Michael Weaver. My hermano with my father, shh, me, the night lit kilometers, shh, Quito Airport, and Avenida Atahualpa, passing urban flower, shh, and shh, night cafe where we stopped. I tried small talk, crumbs, shh, tongue, the mountains, shh, my name, shh, I didn't know theirs. My father and hermano took me to try typical Ecuadorian, shh, sweetness over stone. My father and I took a shh to Riobamba, Baños, met up with cousins. Sometimes I spoke shh questions, watched my father swing on a bench. Others I shh words, stared out over landscapes, skylines, farmlands, forests, mostly the mountains. The mountains knew shh when I didn't shh. Now I work my tongue on the other end of the Andes. My Spanish, a more full plate, shaped by my partner's landscapes. I am not sure even now how to be a son to a father. Sometimes on gray days, I look out the window, stare at these ridge lines, mean to make a call towards which knew my name when I didn't know theirs. All right, I've got one more poem. This next poem, I just wanted to give a little credit to how the poem came about. I just wanted to give credit to John Sand's Emotional Historians Workshop, and Taylor Bias's form calendar, which together brought me to this poem. This poet is a bit embarrassed to admit how many times he's cried watching Madagascar 2. Oh, Alex the lion, what a shock it is, isn't it? To learn the name you carry is not the name that once tried to sing its way to the bed in which you were born. And you were born to dance and dazzle, weren't you? And oh, to twirl and roar your way to a home your body forgot in a tap dance incident, a happenstance of musical numbers and the cacophony of a choreographed plane crash. And what is a reunion but a plan waiting to work out its own kinks? Family, a thing rescaffolded like the skeleton of a penguin piloted plane, with grit, spit, and duct tape. And dancing always was your duct tape, wasn't it? As chimps and suits unionize, you learn you're home just in time to dance your way into shame. Then the long walk. Then the sudden drought. Then the dance number to break the dam and the distance of years. And that's what I wanted too, though my home not the Sahara, but the northern Andes. Alex, it's true. Not all of your story is mine. I was not poached, not left to drift in a crate like cargo. What I did know, though, is how to forget a father and forget you've forgotten a father. And I know now what it is to watch a place that knows your name barrel toward you from an airplane window. What I'm trying to say, Alex, is I did it. I made it to the mountains where I was made to leave. But what I didn't know, or maybe didn't believe, is I would leave as confused as you were in Act Two. Alex, where is the moment of clarity you promised me? There was barely conflict and little resolution. I ran to this river, but there was no dam. Alex, I want to find a soundtrack to unfracture my plane. One climactic tap song that will magic me and my father into dance partners that know suddenly all the same steps. Okay, Alex, maybe that's the kid in me speaking, asking for what I wish you could give, Alex. I'd sit singing in front of my TV screen, trying to find a home in your world. And for a while, it worked. I pored over every corner of your DVD for something to hold. Even the special feature in memory of Bernie Mac, voice of your dad. Though, Alex, that's the thing, isn't it? Your dad will always be ready to jump back to the first minute, the minute some lonely kid hits a play button. But the dad who played him was just as made of flesh and love as the dad who plays my dad. Alex, all I want is to tie my movie together before I have to add my own special feature, to find the loving on its own before I find it in memory of. Alex? Alex, are you there? I can hear the credits coming, and I'd like to be dancing too. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Give it up for Stephen Energia, all that ER. All right. I love the intimacy of a good letter, right? Something that it's an interesting thing that happens in poems, right? When you're able to you're able to bring in all of these different ears into something that's only meant for one set of ears, right? Um, awesome. We appreciate you. Yeah, so let me goddamn indeed. So let me just make note of the elephant in the room. We have our share of trolls every once in a while to these kinds of things. We apologize for the offensiveness of whoever the schmuck boy was that decided to do what they were doing, but we will be allowing in only verified folks from this point in, so we can just kind of concentrate on the poems and not on anything stupid, such as we saw. So, real quick, let me say that on deck, I would love for our sister Destiny, who's checking in all the way from PR, to be our next poet on the mic. All right, big thumbs up from Des. And coming up next on La Esquina's virtual open mic is the one and only teacher Whitney Graham. Give it up for Whitney, y'all.
Um, Thank you so much. Thank you for that very kind introduction, Rich. I'm grateful for the community. I haven't read in a little bit, so it's nice to have a safe space to do so. Can you hear me all right? Everyone can hear me all right? Okay, great. This first piece is called My Relationship with Weed, on some reflections. Okay. For every drag I take, I reflect on men who've abused my insides, the situations I put myself in, the way they then put themselves into me, harshly, rapidly, contemptly, full of rage. They do not see me. They did not see me, my reflection into their eyes when they looked in. They saw their prey, predator mentality. You want to feel like a bad boy, don't you? Violence the answer. Watch the propaganda, how it raids the air, touching the brains of men all over the world. The war against women never ended. It keeps happening again and again and again. That's why when I smoke weed, I think of the violence against me. Because I use drugs to associate with men. I drink and smoke to be in camaraderie with men, but they engage in sexual acts with me. I was not sober. I was lost. I was utterly lonely. I was seeking destruction unknowingly. I was mistaken. I was harmed. I am a woman who has been abused by men in various ways, some being circumstance from trauma, some being wrong place, wrong time type of shit. You know how it feels to feel a man's cruel, self-hating nature on your body. Woman, all woman with daddy issues. You know how it feels to want a man's love so much. You seek to redeem demons because you could not save the man you love most in this world. Yes, women who have never had a father, women who have fathers who hate themselves, women who lost said fathers, women with complex trauma from fathers, women who fathered themselves when they fell from the tree, women who miraculously receded when other men pulled your original roots, when he placed his fingers around your lips. Tragically, women with daddy issues, I love you. I love us. I love how we persevere on this earth despite having been harmed incessantly by the very gender that is sworn to protect us in our holy texts, literature, media, society, and this colonizer language. Even our name by which to call ourselves is borrowed from the rib, womb, me make of men. You think me sullied meat. Men, far too many men. You make jokes of me and women who have been fucked by men like you. You gesture and prostrate in parody. You drench your seed damnly, or you laugh with men who do. You spend time with men who would, you might, if given the opportunity to commit violence. You try, take a peek at the wild side of life, be a man. I hex all my exes and my assaulter and my rapist. Obey a woman I am. My blood boils in degrees. Hell in my veins, recreated as magic. I am an angel by way of death, sworn to speak and write and read of the life women can gift themselves in the aftermath of tragedy. Woman, you can use your two hands and recreate safety in your body and your mind. I have smoked with my lover, high in clouds of nine, like Dante Alighieri wrote of. I have smoked alone with my favorite literature to occupy my mind, my hands on the page of a book. I may not be smoking anymore by the time I read this poem aloud. Sex is not a self-hating act anymore. I love the feeling of my lover against my skin, strong and safe. His arms hold me belovedly. I never imagined feeling secure in a man's hands ever again. I am loving my body a little more day by day, remembering it is mine, perceiving my skin, identity, reality clearer than I have in years, returning to myself, childhood dreams coming to fruition in the palm of my hand, my seed sprouted into a flower, the petals full, luscious, full of love. That's my first piece. Thank you. Sorry, to get water. Thank you for the safe space. Thank you for making it easier to read stuff like that. Thank you, thank you. I have another piece. This piece is called Flight, and it's from my nephew, who I love, who I love so much. Okay. Logan often mentions you. We see a plane and he asks if you're on it, LOL. The other day he was saying he wants to go to New York because you're there. You're far physically, but always in our hearts. Nephew, you see airplanes and think of me, how I am free, like a bird, my wings outstretched towards the future. I am miles away, but thankfully always in your heart. You want to see me, to visit where I now live, and my heart grows with pride. My existence is proof of the infinite potential amidst the chaos. Nephew, look between the ignition, wield and shape the fire. The opportunity to mold an iron soul is within your grasp. I have witnessed the smoldering of my body, my skin burning alive by my own two hands. But now I see a dazzling sight, a formidable, impenetrable spirit, a sword of metal. I am anywhere my heart exists. I cannot be bound by state lines or borders, human made creations. Nature is always calling for me. I want to be blessed by the grains of sand, by the grains of soft, multicolored sand on beaches, to feel my toes on wet rock settled near waterfalls. The scene surrounding my being, I am a droplet in the mist of the ocean. Perhaps I will find my feet honored by the steps of temples, holy historical sites. I want to stand atop of a mountain of any peak and witness the sunrise in all its glory. May you, nephew, explore anywhere your heart desires, the way I dream of finding in my lifetime before my body reunites with the earth, sinking into the soil or scattered among the sea before disappearing back into the solar atmosphere, into the universe. We are stars, after all. May you never settle in this realm. There are too many dreams to create. May your journey be one of web spinning or bubble blowing, soft, velvety, not a hellish landscape to endure. I know this world can be cruel, and you cannot be shielded from every tragedy of this horrifying post-colonial haunting, but may you remember the blessings more than the curses. Time doesn't exist for me, yet another concept I have defied in the way my mind consistently summons the past, strategizes the future. This anxiety, a family heirloom. I remember the curses more than the blessings, nephew. It is a constant struggle to be present. I used to wish I could rewire my brain, lobotomize myself, anything to escape this mental prison. Until one day I woke up feeling grateful to be alive. Eventually, the commitment to healing influenced the desire to continue living, which surpassed the wish for death, and the grim reaper stopped hovering over my shoulder, whispering in my ear, time doesn't exist for me. I am 29 years old, but not a day over 22 in my body. This aging looks good on me. I am healthier than I was at 19, able to finally afford organic foods, fresh produce, good quality meat, not 10 years old and eating banquet dinner, frozen meals, like microwaved ramen noodles or Chef Boyardee for dinner. No shame on my parents, your grandparents, just trying to afford to live. What I mean, nephew, is socioeconomic conditions in the United States are beyond unequal. It is an intentional, systematic destruction of Black and brown bodies across diasporas, and you must resist perishing. Time doesn't exist for me. I am always returning to school, a perpetual student. I hope, nephew, you love learning as much as I do. I hope you find sanctuaries in books the way I once did. Do. I am an educator on my way to becoming a doctor, and books show me how to love, how to find empathy with others unlike me, how to problem solve. No doubt it will be true. Your teacher tells your mother that you are an advanced reader, that you should apply for the gifted class like we were once in. Time is an infinite cycle, a loop let loose, no longer a noose, but a lasso. May you, nephew, breathe the way my father, your grandfather couldn't, with the racist, prejudice, traumatic histories, blows mitigated against the arms of your family, shielding you away from the flames. May you only ever see sparks, shining lights in the distance. In another lifetime, it could have been different, but thank goodness you exist. Thank goodness you are here. My nephew, Logan, I love you so much. My nephew. I love him so much. He's 6, going on 16 in sassiness. I'll read one last poem because I appreciate the patience. I'm gonna read a really short poem that is not finished. Sorry, I think I have it right here. So sorry. Okay, yes, okay. This is a little short piece that I wrote recently, and I hope to add more to it. Thought it would be good to end with like a nice vibe. It's called Drawing When You Love an Artist. I crave every fiber of your attention. Please see me, holy, naked. I want your gaze upon my body. Let me enchant you. Your eyes scanning every angle of these long legs. Wrap your hands around the page, in the grip around the page, the pencil in the grip of your palm, freestyling lines sketched in concentration, focus, clarity. Your strong limbs crafting me from your gaze, each stroke of the hand coming inside me, my new body forming in steady shapes, a rebirth. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Thank you for the community.
Wow, thank you so much for bringing such varied work, such lovely work. All of it is rooted in love, even the difficult stuff. Um, because there's like there is this very tender voice and this also very fierce voice that is like interspersed into all of it. And it is indicative of your work generally. I love the pacing in the first one. Like, there's a poet named Sekou Sundiata who used to do that, which kind of just run, all through the poem, and you're trying to kind of catch up because the lines are so fire. It's like, wait, hold on. But you need that in order to understand, because once you slow down, it's like, okay, now I'm bringing you to where you want what the line break does in the text, the voice does in performance, and that's beautiful. Thank you so much for your work. And yeah, we you about to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I just said thank you. I just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for being vulnerable and bringing that work to us. We value spaces like this, community spaces like this, whether they are virtual or in person. One space that we want to shout out is La Sala Collective up in Washington Heights, Inwood area. Shout out to Beck. Shout out to Leah. Shout out to the whole crew over there. That's where we try our best to spend some time when we are not in person ourselves. We are in person up in Inwood at a spot called Booney Inwood. The community open mic is every second Friday of the month. The next one is the 14th of November. If you are in town and you are able to kind of check that out, we would love to have you. I will definitely be there. Booney is at the 207th Street stop off the A train. You can also hit it from the one, but it's right there on Broadway, right next to the 207th Street stop. For more information, you should hit on Instagram at La Sala Collective, LASALA Collective. Yeah, I don't even have to tell y'all because you already know. So, on deck. Wait, before I even say anything, Mario, are you in the room? Are you listening in? Mario, hello.
Mario's in the room. He is just listening to the show. Say nice hello to Mario,
He's
everyone.
just listening. Okay, so he don't wanna read nothing.
Hello, Maria.
All right. Well, we can all say hi to Mario. I know, he's listening in. It's all good. But Mario is our brother, Titere poet. You already know,
Hey
impresario.
guys, hello.
Go. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm at work, but I
Right.
didn't.
He's at
I'm
work. He's
listening.
doing the thing. I'm
Yeah,
at work too, but I don't have to be here. He has to be there.
but I just wanted to say quickly, I'm so glad we get together tonight. Profe, thank you for jumping in. I was supposed to host, but these days, bills are piling up and I have to pay my bills, so I had an opportunity to work. But thank you to the collective for always putting up this space where we can get together. And you guys know that although I like having 20 people on an open mic, I think having like 5 or 4 is more intimate and I enjoy it better. So thank you for coming. Destiny, I love you. I miss you. Whitney, I love you. I miss you. Marlo, we need to catch up. Isa, I adore you. Thank you for putting this together. And you guys keep doing what you're doing.
That's all right. Rich gets no love. Rich is just,
Well,
I'm just
you
a
gotta
big
love
old waterhead.
you get love 24 hours a day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not from you. Listen, it's all good, brother. I know you're out there doing doing the work and just kind of, getting it in and providing for self and providing for family. You already know. Oh, there we go. With the bow tie thing. Oh shit. On his Pedro Abisu Campos. I love it.
All right, guys, I
Yo, I
gotta
got
go. Love
Pedro.
you
I
guys.
got Pedro up on my door. You want to see it? He looks just like you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, bro. So, all right. That is all good. So Mario, thank you for checking in, making space for us the same way that we try to make space for you. Um, yeah, that's my brother right there. So on deck will be Marlo. Marlo, if you're there, can I get a little thumbs up, a little something? A little.
Uh,
We have literally no one else to read.
I know,
So
I know.
at this point, you're gonna be on deck. All right.
Maybe we can negotiate an
Maybe we
alternative
can
form of
negotiate.
presentation.
What happened?
Maybe we can negotiate an alternative form of presentation.
An alternative form of presentation. Well, I'll tell you what. I have a promo item that I gotta get in at some point about your familia that's doing the thing on at Centro. So why don't we put you on deck, and then if a presentation is cool, then a presentation is cool. If not, then you can talk about the work of Maximo Colon and the Nuyorican photography. How does that sound?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Okay. Well, we're gonna perhaps put you on deck, and we're gonna hear next from my sister from another mister who is chilling in PR, doing the damn thing down there, fearlessly as only the motherfucking Bronx can. Give it up for Destiny Padilla.
Thank you, Rich. Thanks for the space. Miss you all. Um, oof, I'm nervous because I never read these. Um, yeah, Bronx up always. Okay.
And the new shit.
No shit. Okay.
Shit that is new.
Okay. Yes, this is new shit. This first piece, I'm gonna do two pieces. Yeah, this first piece is called Millennial Notes App. Do I want to whore myself out so I don't have to bother my parents for money? Have them think that I'm a failure for being an artist, for wanting to change the world, for wanting capitalism to burn like theory stuffed into recycled plastic jugs surrounded by garbage bags that will never disintegrate in a kitchen cabinet of a Bronx apartment? Am I a danger to society because I don't like to conform? Even though I went to college, I barely got through both times like a shooter, shooting ideas around that nonconformists would kill for, a massacre of ideas that penetrate the brain, body, penetrate news outlets into telling the truth, mixed media, or entertainment. The people are already dead inside. Can we at least give them a last adrenaline boost to feel alive? To watch truth dance in front of their faces until the TV runs out of power, until the ocean murders the internet, until sunken ships rise to the surface and take us home? Okay, first piece. Thank you. This next piece, I'm sorry I didn't say trigger warning. At this point, I feel like we're past that, right? Trigger warning drugs. Yes. This piece is called El Punto. Meeting you at a drug pickup in Rio Piedras meant we were never fated for a fairy tale. Unless we showed our origin story, revealed the villain that lives inside, expose it, become infamous lovers that would battle Joker and Harley, win any battle. You said you loved me, but you knew I wanted freedom to tell the world that they could heal through poetry and laughter, your vice, my voice. That made you higher than any drug you'd ever buy? Why'd you have to go and buy other things that made you fade into dimensions that didn't include me? You told me at the rave that you were a flower and that being in my presence made you feel ordinary. You could never be ordinary, escaped my lips while touching your face because I knew it might be the last time you let me make you feel this way. I wish time didn't hate me and that courage found your body again like the first days we met and water took us into the night. Nobody knows what you did to me. You wouldn't let me stay with you, forget my purpose, be a daughter of the world, heal everybody, humanity, except myself. You didn't understand that having your heart in my hands for any amount of time meant the world already found me. Does that make me a masochist like you? Flowers drowned by rain suffocate me in what sustains our spirit. Poison tastes good to lips that need medicine. My medicine. Why didn't you choose me? You said I would choose art over you, as if the two are any different. Thank you.
All right. Give it up one more time for Destiny by Lija reading some new fire, some new shit. Yo, look. It's never easy to bring your untested shit to the mic. It's never easy to just to be vulnerable generally. I really love the vulnerability we've been hearing all throughout. I think sometimes poets be hiding behind certain things, hiding behind the line, and that's not something I know Des don't ever do that, but this is a group of poets that don't do that. I also, the questions. I always love a poem that ends with a question like, look, I don't know what to fucking do with this emotion. Y'all handle it, right? You answer that question. Here's the question, right? Bam. Now you need to answer it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and particularly like the questioning of capitalism. I work for this program that, like, we have to deal with capitalism every day. We got to deal with fundraising every single day, and like, it be, it's just a constant stressor. And I know you had to think about the trigger warning. I feel like everything's a trigger warning nowadays. There's nothing out here that's non-triggering. So like, Des, I love you. I miss you. I want you to come back to the Bronx. I want you to come back to New York so badly. And then, you know, be happy in Puerto Rico too. You know what I'm saying? But like, we want to see you up here. Thank you so much, my sis. Um, yeah, so we had Marlo on deck, but my understanding is that Mr. Parang has decided to go on break and see about reading a poem or two. Mario, are you there, or are you still kind of not there?
I'm
Hello.
here, bro.
Okay. Do you want to read a poem now, or what do you want to do? Because I know
Yeah,
you got to get back
I
to
could.
I know you got to get
No,
back to
yeah, I got like 10 minutes. I could read two pieces.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Marlo, you're on deck again, and then we're going to talk. We're going to talk to you. But right now, coming up to the virtual open mic is our brother who is currently doing his best Abisu Campos um, within the world of capitalism. Trust me, if I could tell you where he is right now, it's the very center of the beast. Give it up for Mario Pagan.
You
Mario
ain't
Jose
lying.
Pagan Morales, I should say.
You ain't lying. I also wanted to give a shout out to Stefan that your two pieces were amazing. Thank you for sharing as well. So this is talking about vulnerable. This is new shit. I've not shared this with anybody. It's untitled. Um, and stuff you write when you're going through stuff in relationships. So this is a love poem. Well, it's kind of sort of. Um, Hueles a miel, a la primera luz de un nuevo amanecer, a newborn rosebuds, al primer sonido de un coquí recién nacido, a las nubes cuando acarician las palmas, like sunflowers touching land, al gallo saludando al nuevo sol, al nombre de tu madre, al río durante un huracán, a la caña creciendo, a café del campo, a tu tierra llamando tu nombre, al latido del corazón de tu madre, at your father whispering, I'm proud of you. You smell like lavender and honey, like the cobblestones that envy your walk, like el Popocatépetl saludando el día con humo. A Puebla cuando Josie llama tu nombre. A too much body lotion porque you say you have to stay flawless. You smell like mangos y tajín, a cholupas y manteca, al último beso de Gustavo, a la Sinfonía 5 y 6 de Beethoven. You smell like el río Mameyes, al Espíritu Santo, a San Juan after a rainstorm, after your temper tantrum because you were hangry. Como tú cuando me amabas con locura, como skin dipping en la alberca, como cuando me hiciste el amor en Borinquen. You smell like a summer in Nueva York, en Berlin, en España, en Italia, en Guatemala, cuando hicimos el amor en la matriz de Atitlán. Hueles a lavanda y miel, a pancakes and bacon, a chilaquiles y sueños, aventuras en Corozal, en la sopa de plátano, en la lluvia que llama mi nombre, en la profecía de tu llegada, en tus tatuajes, hueles a las memorias que nunca olvidaré. And then this is one of my newer pieces. Give me a second because I'm a little lost here. Apologies. Me perdí, coño. I'm sorry, folks. Okay, so this is called Ni de aquí ni de allá, neither from here or there. And it has a double meaning for me. I was born on La Isla, but raised in the mainland. But it speaks about my birth, so here we go. It's been 50 years since I've crossed over from Kauai, born feet first, blueberry skin, lifeless. I am told I walk where shadow meets light. I am told that's the reason I see dead people. I am told the Indian that walks with me said, nah, son, not on my watch, blew breath into my lungs. I am told he watches over me ever since. See, the wind chimes announces my coming. The rushing waters announce me. Did I mention I see dead people? That my spidey sense tingles when I meet people? See, I have this uncanny ability to smell shit from a mile away, and I apologize ahead of time if I don't shake hands. And it's not because I'm a come mierda. See, energy transfers from person to person, and I'm careful who I share with. And I'm quiet. Some say too quiet, like church mouse quiet, like raging river quiet, like palmas blowing quiet, like I let the river take me, and canepas falling from trees quiet, let the river drown them. Waterfall quiet, Holy Spirit quiet, sunset quiet, girasol sunbathing quiet, caña growing in the Caribbean quiet. I've been around quiet, dragonfly spitting fire quiet, skipping rocks in Guayanilla quiet. I seen some shit quiet. I shouldn't be here quiet. Honey dripping from my mouth quiet. Hummingbirds wings flapping and un huracán quiet. Not because I don't want to say shit. See, the world is too loud and big, and I'm trying to constantly make it smaller. And I hear voices in my head, and before y'all say anything, no, I'm not schizophrenic. I know, trust me, my abuela assures me in my dreams that my bisabuela walked between the past and present and future so that I am and I could take first steps. That the dead that walk with me make sure my path is clear. So I'm comfortable walking between what was and will be. And I'm comfortable telling people I've lived and I've walked with the ancestors, that I'm not afraid of dying because I already have. That I've kissed death right in her mouth and I suckled on her breast and I died and resurrected on August 3rd. So take it easy. Y háblame bonito. I've seen things and I've seen the hereafter, and it's beautiful. Your destiny. Did I mention I see dead people? Muchas gracias, mi gente.
Yo, I see dead people. The dead that walk with me make sure my path is clear. I've seen some things quiet. Listen, y'all don't know what that means. You ain't lived enough. I don't know. I've seen some shit. I know Mario has seen some shit. What I love about Mario's work is that he's really good at putting in the same poetic sort of like lexicon, or the same idiom, stuff that is really, really like the word hangry is like a whole portmanteau, brand new neologism type of shit with this like elevated poetic language, right? Which is the essence of like New Eurekianism. We are bringing in, all of this, everything on the street. Aquí lo que pasa es poder al que pasa type of shit, or aquí que pasa power is what's happening. When you throw in the word hangry, or is I swear it's not because I'm a come mierda, right? Like when you throw in little idioms like that, it can only be rooted right here in this particular experience and in Mario's wake, and that's something that I really find my brother's good at. So yeah, man. Where can we find you? I should have been asking this shit from jump, but like tell us where you at.
The easiest place to find me is Instagram these days. I mean, you can catch me on Facebook, but I just use Facebook just to check in, see what's happening in our community. But yeah, man, Instagram right now under Mario underscore Jose underscore Pagan underscore Morales.
All right.
And you can also catch us at La Cocina Art Space on Instagram as well. So
Yes, you
yeah.
can. Yes, you absolutely can. We're gonna go around and just ask everybody's handles toward the end. I know my man got to go back to the job, so wanted to make sure we got that in as well. All right. So, hello, you've been on deck now twice. How you feeling? You good? She's
I was speaking on mute.
Say again.
I was speaking on mute. We're doing it
I,
live, y'all.
it's all good. It's all good. How you feeling? You got something? You got something for us?
Did you get my request?
I did, and I think the request is good to go. If
Okay,
you're cool with it.
how do we want to do this?
So
tech
listen, I am not the
editing.
tech guru up in here. That would be Isa.
Isa
She
Heffel.
is your web mistress. She is your person. She is all of that and then some.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
You are very welcome, but also it's me saying I don't know shit about tech. So like,
Duly noted. I already have advanced, I already changed the settings, so you should be able to share anything you want on your end. If you want to share a video, you're all good to go in that regard. So go right ahead.
All right.
all right.
Presumably, I do this enough to know to check share sound and optimize for video sharing. So before I actually hit share, I guess what I'll say is first, thank you always to our hosts for accommodating whatever weird non-traditional thing I feel like doing at the mic, and now today at the non-traditional Zoom mic. Um, so in my comings and goings, I found that I'm like pretty bad at promo. Um, I'm a cartoonist, I'm a musician, I am an organizer. Usually the thing I'll talk most about is like the organizing. This kind of ends up combining a few of those things actually. But in the cartooning sphere specifically, where I run with the kind of crew of radical cartoonists that are really based all over the globe. When we do live events, we usually do multimedia kind of presentations that will include comics readings and live music. Um, and so I met these folks through a comics anthology called World War III Illustrated. And uh, I sit on the editorial board now of this publication, and we just put out our last issue last month that focuses on Palestine. And so this is a comics anthology. And so one of our like celebratory release things was an international Zoom um, with myself, one of the founders and editors, and two of our contributors based in two of our Palestinian contributors, one of whom is based in the West Bank currently. So this is like 10 a.m. on a Sunday, trying to get the time zones right, trying to showcase some comics, but also uh share some music as well. Um, so I wanted to share the first 5 minutes of that Zoom, which is a song. Uh, it's I performed a song on Zoom, and a slideshow of some of the work featured in the issue. And I thought that might be a neat little treat. Because I realized today, I was like, I want to do something live. And then I was like, something about the internet of it all. Uh, I started overthinking it, but then I was like, wait, what if I have this really cool video? So I'm gonna hit share on that. Uh, and then I'm gonna hit full screen on that. Can I get like some confirmation that like people can see
So
this
we're talking today about the new issue of World War
and
III
hear it?
Illustrated, number 55, which is entitled The Right to Live in Peace. And this issue deals with the ongoing situation in Gaza. And the title comes from a song by Victor Jara called The Right to Live in Peace. And Laura is going to sing that song.
El derecho de vivir, poeta Ho Chi Minh, que golpea de Vietnam la flor, con genocidio y napalm. La luna es una explosión que funde todo el clamor, el derecho de vivir en paz. Palestina es el lugar más allá del ancho mar, donde revientan la flor con genocidio y napalm. La luna es una explosión que funde todo el clamor, el derecho de vivir en paz. Dios, nuestra canción es fuego de puro amor, es palomo, palomar, olivo del olivar, es el canto universal, cadena que hará triunfar el derecho de vivir en paz. Ra, 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 ra. 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 Es el canto universal, cadena que hará triunfar el derecho de vivir en paz, el derecho de vivir en paz.
So yeah, so that I the cool thing about getting to do that was that I also get to feature like the work of a ton of different artists with my presentation. Um a lot of, whom are, um Palestinian artists, who are based in different parts of the Arab world, different artists, from different Arab countries, and then like radical cartoonists from different traditions who also like participate in like movement art and organizing like myself, where like I come to comics from organizing in the Puerto Rican movement. So I make a lot of comics about Puerto Rico and Puerto Rican independence and art about that. Um, and we had contributors who were drawing during the genocide. One of the first featured artists was making her comics on um tent flaps, and drawing directly on tent flaps. Um, and so it was really an honor to be able to work with these artists. I helped generate the title because I'm a really big fan of Nueva Canción and like just Rev music. And so I had already actually produced that piece, that that's on the inside cover. And then the cover was designed by our editor, Mohammed Sabana, who is in the West Bank currently, and has been a longtime contributor. It has uh, pieces from Naji Ali and a republish of an interview that the magazine had done with him in like the 80s or the 90s. I should know this. I'm on the editorial board, but yeah. So I think that's all I'll say about that. But thanks for letting me share that.
Bueno, I have a question just about the work itself. Is there a place online that we can get a hold of it? Are there copies being printed? Is it out in the world? Like where can we find it?
So I'm pretty sure you can purchase it online on the internet, and I will find that.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, I think I speak for all of us when we say we'd love to get a hold of it if for no other reason than to support this amazing movement and to get and to get it out in the world. I would love to grab some for my guys here.
yeah.
Um,
We'll probably
so
also have some kind of we haven't had like an in-person release event yet. We're trying to have one in the fall. It is the fall, so maybe in November there might be something in the works. So,
okay.
yeah, that'll likely
So
be.
no, I want to be in that particular orbit in that particular business. So like anything that we can do to support that, we would love to see it happen, and we would love to be a part of when the release does drop, and we would love to get copies of that. So if you are able to drop that in the chat, oh, I see you did. So if you want to check out the right to live in peace, you can check out the link that Marlo just dropped in the chat. Um, it almost seems um, it almost seems a little vulgar to say what I'm about to say, but one of the things I love about Marlo is that they are not in any way driven by ego, right? If you notice, all of the names, all of the contributors, all of the collaborative work is what they're going to put to the forefront, right? Is what they're going to put um, to the link that you see, to all of the, I mean, the work was clearly Marlo's of the music, but those incredible images were the work of all of these amazing people coming in one place, and that is 1,000% what they're about. So thank you, Marlo, for that, and thank you for putting up with my shenanigans and trying to put you on the spot. But you do what you do best in terms of spotlight is that you turn it right back on others, and that's why we love you. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, we're gonna get back around to that particular piece. Like I want to find a way to feature it somewhere. It is. Oh, and of course, whatever you're gonna do is gonna be all right with us. You know how that goes. So there is one more poet on the list that I have here, and it is your intrepid web mistress. Oh, before I get to Isa Anastasia Rivas, I do want to say one thing and ask Marlo maybe if they can contribute a note to what I'm about to say. So at Centro on Wednesday, the 22nd of October. There's going to be an event there called Celebrating the Work and Legacy of Frank Espada, New Eurekan Photography as Poetics, right? And one of the photographers featured in that particular exhibition and going to be contributing to the evening is a dude by the name of Maximo Colon. For those of you who don't know, um, okay, Mario, we'll see you soon, bro. For those of you who don't know Maximo, Marlo, I wonder if you could share a word or two about how Maximo is related to you and a little bit about his work, if you're up to it.
Yeah, sure. So basically, he is um like been kind of an artistic mentor to me, but also he's just a very close family friend through like Puerto Rican movement history, which is really where a lot of his work is rooted in kind of documenting all of these different um, spaces that the movement has existed in, especially in like the 70s and the 80s, photos of, like the Young Lords and El Comité MIMP when they were organizing throughout New York, but then also so much Puerto Rican cultural history in the city as well. Um, he's managed to capture. Um, I mean, he's got work in hella permanent collections and featured in mad institutions, a favorite of Centro, and um, really a pretty legendary dude. And like some of those, first spaces, in the New Eurekan movement. He was also present at with his camera. So he's got some pretty fucking cool shots of those moments as well. But I'm lucky to have him in my life. He's family first, for me, but um I like my relationship to kind of art and movement work is kind of also informed by like having been able to observe um how he's navigated, being an artist in the movement for so many years. Because he will still pull up to the protest, pull up to the festival with his camera, and get some amazing shots in. Um, so yeah.
So there's something to be said for, the multi-genre representation in the movement, right? There is this amazing collaborative work that we just saw. There is photography, there is poetry, there is literature. All of these things comprise a thing that we call movement poetics, right? Something that Ura Joang Noel was really good at kind of articulating in his book. The title kind of escapes me, but the movement poetics, right, is all about how all these different genres sort of blend together in movement towards something, right? And how we are able to sort of link to things like the Palestinian struggle, in the present day, is part and parcel of just of being, people that are rooted in our own history. And the event that's happening in a couple of days at Wednesday at Centro, which is at the Silberman School of Social Work, 6 p.m. It is going to be, basically in that auditorium on 119th Street and 3rd Avenue, 2180 3rd Avenue. So Maximo, Erika Rodriguez, and David Gonzalez are three photographers who are going to be paying tribute to the sort of the granddaddy of documentary photography in the Puerto Rican movement, who was a dude named Frank Espada. Um, if you've ever seen that iconic photograph of the young man with the Puerto Rican flag, that was Frank's work. He also has a lot of photos of East New York back in the day prior to the gentrification that is trying to occur there. There is a documentary work called the Puerto Rican Diaspora Project, in which he basically traveled the United States and took pictures of Puerto Rican communities, including places like Vineland, New Jersey, Honolulu, Hawaii, where people don't realize that the Puerto Ricans were factory workers and agricultural workers in places that are far flung from PR. Matter of fact, the Puerto Ricans brought the coqui with them to Hawaii. They consider the coqui an invasive species there. Uh, Not unlike New Yorkers thinking what Puerto Ricans are here in New York, but that's all right. You know what I mean? So they're going to be paying tribute to Frank as a documentarian and considering this idea of photography as poetics. And of course, because it's a poetic thing, his son Martin Espada, a mentor of mine in poetry, is going to be reading as well his work on Wednesday. And I believe there might be another event happening on Thursday at Central with him. But I haven't seen anything about that just yet. I think they'll be talking about that a little bit on Wednesday. But if you want to go, you should. I'll be there. Some of our friends will be there. David will be there. Maximo will be there. Erica Rodriguez will be there. Martin and all them damn títeres. At Centro PR, CENTROPR, Centro PR. Get some more information on that at their page and come through, So now that I've gotten all that shit out of the way, I want you to give it up for the driving force behind this new iteration of La Esquina, and my sister Titere, poet, and all that good shit. Give it up for Isa Anastasia Rivas.
Hey all. First, I want to say thank you everyone for coming through. It was so lovely hearing all of your poems, all of your art. I am always grateful to be in space with all of you. I'm gonna announce more on what this new iteration of La Esquina is going to look like going forward after I read my works. I'm going to be reading 5 pieces, so it may be a little lengthy, but the first half is new shit. The rest of it's stuff that I've read before, but I always try to make a nice little set for myself. So let me begin. Oh, and I also wanted to do a content warning, essay, violence, genocide. I mentioned all of that stuff in my work, everything that's currently going on. So just a nice content warning for that. First poem. Oshun and the Data Center. A sudden hum, the steady edge of a storm, above a disassociating Oshun, her legs separados by a tangle of cables, her waters caught in his maw. He drinks her helpless. He eviscerates. How can my terrified fingers type these words beyond a wretched anger? Why do we bear witness to the dying of a goddess? Why do we destine ourselves to grieve? Why do we do nothing in her screams? We await the universal shudder of universal night, the silence of deserting birds. Another forest burns. Iyemaya has died along with the starfish. Why are we so caught up in text prompts, fake videos, stock portfolios? Why do we meet her lessons embedded in our blood with such terrifying indifference? Second poem, untitled, and this is just angry. Wake up in tears. The sunrise returns with signs of torture, execution, flares bound to their backs, covered in bullet holes, missing their cores, harvested, perhaps, harvested, likely, harvested, yes, for decades. Third poem. I always add a little bit of love/heartbreak to my works, and I've been trying to write this book, trying to relate or trying to examine what it means to love during this time of crisis. This is one of the poems I just wrote or just finished today for that collection. Effort at speech entre dos personas. Háblame. Coge mi mano. Where are you in life? Quiero decirlo todo. I was 5 when I first fell in love for the first time. A neighbor from another building, una niña, like me. We were both called pretty, walking hand in hand at the McDonald's play place. I thought it could be that simple. Staring someone in the face, our brilliant brown eyes, a gaze, no preguntas, just holding. I was happy. ¿Quieres saber más de mí? Ah, pues, ¿por qué no? I will be open. Ahora mismo, I was thinking about yesterday walking up Knickerbocker after turning on Thames. Walking as we walked, y te vi. It wasn't you. Más adelante, a block or so away, bandana holding your curls, visage como sueño. I didn't see your face. It wasn't you. The walk was your same walk. Háblame. Coge mi mano. Where are you in life? Cuando estuve en Puerto Rico, 2 weeks, a family trip, y me amoró otra vez. A sickly boy, like me, with fleeting years, impermanent gestures, ephemeral smile, y lluvia. Todos los adultos dijo lo mismo. Ese pobre niño, ephemeral sun, the wind as we ran, mi silencio, no pude hablar, no sabía cómo. Ese pobre niño no va a llegar a las 18. I didn't know how to be sad. I watched love at the distances life gives. I want to stay. Watch the moon un poquito más. I don't know how to be happy. I will be open. I like birds and idiosyncratic poems, the after image of confession, the flash of red that darts into the trees. O el azul. Oh, alas, 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 alas. Pigeons are blind at night, you know. They can't see in the dark. You see, not one can only see as far as the street light. It won't fly. It can't fly very far. They're stuck. Coge mi mano. Cójame, chacho. Mi alma, mi mente, puño, mi corazón. I will be open. Where are you in life? One learns love from their parents. Mi padres tenía un tipo de amor abnegado. It is Christmas y Papi is in a new fitted suit to see his other family. Mommy in a new button-up shirt, printed con flores de jardín like the one she always wanted to grow. In my family album, I took all the photos, even as a child. Catch the moment. Mommy looks blank, away in shame. Papi, drunk in all the photos. Absent me, watching love at all the distances life gives. We never took a photo together, did we? Was that purposeful, Chacho? Where are you? I don't know. I will be open. If we could touch one another again, once more. Enough watching, enough distance, enough stars, enough yesterdays. Yesterday, I walked down a crowded 14th Street towards 6th Avenue under empty nests. Light traffic. Y nadie dijo nada. Everyone silent, moving. No one takes my hand. I keep moving. Fourth. Quiero explicar algo. Deseo escribir de violetas, of lilacs, of green carnation, of the soliloquy of lavender, of the pigeon's night lost in your eyes, of the bird of paradise materializing against tarnished dreams, of falling in love with you in an Airbnb, of the metaphysics of waking up in the morning to the northern cardinal, to the morning dove. Pero la noticia es la que es. There are ruins and ghosts all stuck in our phones, in a song that's been on conscious repeat for decades, por ciento de años, a song of bombs y bullets, a song of children's blood like children's blood, a song that tells us nosotros no tenemos casa, cuando eso es lo único por lo que nos definimos. There is nothing to own, with so much to inherit. La guanín de las ancestres y huesos de manatí, the chains at the bottom of the Atlantic, alongside fiber optic cables, the rusted guns y espadas covered in sangre de drago, the screams of fire that overrun Sudanese villages, the coltan dust stuck in the lungs of Congolese children, the crying sunset of Palestinian mothers holding their bundled loss. Y estoy cansada de sentir mi cuerpo como una tumba, como una dying. Quiero sentirme segura. Safety only love can provide. Yo quiero el tumbao de love. Love without arbitrarily cutting the numbers of our dead in half. Love without descriptors like conflict or war or devastation. Love without bulldozers that bury ancient olive trees or tanks that siege hospitals. Love without famine. Why must anyone go hungry? Love without the strategic impasse of hate. Love without settlements or occupations. Love without the cost of freedom, because one is nothing without the other. Yo quiero el tumbao de love. As in walking a new forest and watching it bear fruit, as in wandering bajo un cielo estrellado para besar la noche sin miedo, as in organizando fiestas de barrio worldwide, celebrando comunidad y patria, as in looking in a mirror and actually seeing yourself, as in quiero cebarte as you create me against your thighs, ocean, Yemaya. As in more than just imagining un futuro, sino vivirlo. As in, deseo escribir una poema where everyone survives, y everyone survives. And my last poem. And this poem was part of a project I did, part of CLAGS out of NYU. I'm in their archive. So I wrote this little piece. It's part of a longer piece that I haven't finished, but currently it's untitled, but it's called Futures. Hey, this is also, I should mention, also it's also in connection to a live performance that I would do while reciting the piece, but I'm not going to be doing that live performance for y'all. Maybe in live space together, of which I will love to talk to you more about after my set. Futures. A. Deathless arrows wait for me on the memoried corner of 42nd Street, where the hearts lay in bundled orgies, singing singed utopias, or on the corner of Avenue B and East Houston, where my heart breaks under mooning streetlights in the tangling affects of missed connections, humo y lluvia. Or in Washington Square under the arc, where my neurons scars y chatters like exploding stars around a quasar called Esperanza, hope, hope, hope to see you again on beach runways in Reese, or rioting at West 4th Street, rioting perhaps in a more prevailing sense everywhere. There was once history and is becoming, yes, Wait for me where there is becoming. Be. I'm told the future is somewhere here, in the traces left behind, in the roots to the tree of anger, en las rutas que son rotos, blown out by bombas or unjust bombs. Y en la distancia, a lo largo, where the ghosts gather in the terrible we of it, enchanting circular epics, I am told to rely on maps lined on my palm, or the positionality of stars at the time of my birth, or mañana y mañana in its euthanized gait. But Lord, I think my body is beyond that. Make something new from these scars. See, here, an interlude for love. I love you. I love myself. And if time could be queer, and there is no manner of tomorrow nor shape of today, in other words, a formless form, now, this now, eso ahora, where form was not born from an idea, it is an idea vanishing. Let's vanish together around the corner from Cubbyhole, where we make out, make love, make it out, touch some more in our infinities, in this possibility of creating something new beyond resilience, to return to the others gathered in parties or actions or teach-ins, or cultivating the garden to keep us all fed with life, y historia, y life, y life, life. D. Yet, I'm told the future is somewhere here, again, so I obsess, told to obsess over the same roots, follow the same footsteps, despite inflation y the lack of espacio, el mundo caught lacking, follow the same footsteps to tight corners becoming tighter over and 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 over. This is the space beyond resilience, the space we fall into, the future. Seen bootstraps to rise up with, y wait como Moses with a promised vision laid up in a bathtub, anticipating the hurricane's arrival. Acknowledge this. Coge un photo of the sky in all their heavened names. Venus y Angie Extravaganza, Sonia Resalvo Zafra, Brandon Tena, Chanel Pickett, Fred Martinez Jr., Alexa Luciano Ruiz, Serena Angelica Velasquez, Leila Perez, Ellie Che, Sam Norquist. Y forget time. Nosotros estamos fuera de eso. And rage in whatever fire you can make or embody. Rage creative, rage dance, rage song, rage in fists or in open palms against a drum, a heart, a grip to help the others up and up and up, and breathing in the quiet air. Thank you so much.
Yo, bueno. What the fuck can I say about that, man? That shit was bananas. Like, there are poets out there where, the game we're playing right now of the line, every line, like you can't do that with Aesop because every line's a fucking banger. Like this, you can't even keep up. If time could be queer, what the fuck? Queering translation, queering poems, queering the line, all of those things are like central to what LGBTQ poets are doing out there now and innovating so hardcore on the whole genre. I'm thinking of Roque Salas Rivera. I'm thinking of like a number of folks that I went to Bread Loaf with who are like, trans poetics. Like, come on, y'all. Like, this is like bananas work. Um, can I ask you, Isa? I mean, how close is the book to being done?
Uh,
Done.
Not close,
Okay.
but
All right.
it's being written. It's being written.
All right. So we're gonna see that when we see that, and hopefully there will be a book release party that we can definitely plan and bring everyone and their mama to it with all the blurbs under the sun. Um, so I'm gonna leave you to talk to us about La Esquina, talk about this iteration of it and where we are, where we going.
All right. So again, thank you all for coming out. What is happening now with La Esquina? So I am going to be doing my best to take it back live. We have been taking a long break from the last space that we were involved in, which was up in the Bronx. For me, and we've spoken about this, Rich and Mario, and most of the group has spoken about La Esquina being something of a movable feast, not only to describe the movement poetics that we want to do, but also to take it all over the city as much as possible. And in the back of my mind, especially during this current time, what I want to do is to create these same type of spaces in every Latino community that we have in the city. So I'm going to be taking La Esquina to whatever Latino centric area we have: Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Queens. I leave out Staten Island, but if there's a Latino community there and it feels safe to go to, we'll be in there. But I also wanted it to not only be just the open mic or just poetic features, but I also wanted to bring in the activist groups. So each feature for the La Esquina starting next year will be a group doing the work out there. They will be teaching some sort of lesson or something of the sort. Hopefully in creative form. I'm aiming to work with them to develop some kind of a creative presentation to get the type of knowledge that we need to out there within all the Latino communities currently in the city. Know your rights. I'll straight up say self-defense, but hidden in a creative form. So much so, like how capoeira is shown as dancing, but itself was a self-defense form. I want all of this knowledge out there and available to our community. And through the arts, I think it's one of the best ways to do so. No solid plans on what the first show will be. I have some inklings that it may be in Bushwick, but I will be developing that. And I know that we do have a setup for Poetry Month, April, in Sunset Park. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But yeah, that is what we're going to be doing going forward. And I will be happy for all of you to join us. I will also attempt to have a Zoom in, folks. So people who are distant will also be able to come in and still participate with us in our live space. I'm going to be trying to do that with whatever the capabilities of that is for the spaces that we'll be involved in. And also when it comes to the art forms, it's going to be poetry. It's going to be música. But I'm really going to push to open it up to other art forms. And I will give a nice quick shout out to the burlesque art form, because there is so much radical stuff happening there that I've been privy to. And it's been wonderful and amazing. And so I definitely want to bring that art form into the space. Plays, I want to be brought into the space. Anything creative, our space will hold, and we will find the spaces within our communities that it will benefit the most. So that's my goal.
Ya tú sabes, we coming to your neighborhood, we coming to your house, we coming to your basement, we coming to your ballpark, we coming everywhere. And I mean soccer, I mean baseball, I mean all your ballparks, we coming. So we'll be coming to Marlo's house. We coming. Don't fuck around. We'll come and set up a screen. We'll set up the internet. We will get Destiny on the fucking screen for like everybody to see. Like we gonna get you We gonna get you, Steven. We gonna get you all up in here.
Oh,
So,
and I also want to do a quick mention, and this is going to be an exciting one that will happen soon. I'm getting it planned up. We are going also out of state. We are not staying only within New York. I want to serve
I didn't even know that.
the. We may be going up to another spot in Connecticut, so we'll be checking in on that. Definitely keep up with the social medias. I may create another La Esquina page itself, but for now, check up all the news on the La Cocina page. Yeah.
Listen, if we can bring it to Patagonia, Steven, we'll bring it to Patagonia too. If we can bring it to Tierra del Fuego, if we can bring it to Batavia, New York, if we can, anywhere we can bring it. La Esquina is worldwide, apparently. So look at, if we got to do a road trip, I'll find somebody with a car. We'll make that shit happen. Like we're bringing títeres. We're crossing state lines. Fuck the PO. We're going across the state line. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm very excited for this new iteration, and I think that hybrid is where we got to go because for one, like it, in this day and age, you never know when you're gonna have to go underground, right? It's not just the basement; it's also like just being real about the whole thing. So yeah, I'm with y'all. So okay, check it out. Where can we find you? If you want to shout out where your Instagram handle is at, you can. Uh, let's start with Destiny. Where can we find you? For the people that are listening in on the YouTube and stuff. It's in
Hi.
Atlantia.
Okay, cool. You can find me on Instagram at Destiny Poet. Destiny, just like the word, and then the word poet. And yeah, I answer on there and have links to a few things that I'm working on there. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Issa. Thank you, everyone here.
Destiny's hosting open mics in Puerto Rico that are actual community spaces. There are community spaces over there that say they're community spaces, but they're not. So once you get to PR, you need to go find my sister, Destiny Poet. Ya tú sabes. Marlo, where you at? Don't leave yet. Tell us where you at. Tell us where we
No,
can
no,
find
no.
you.
I mean, I'm going to Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay. All right,
No, I'm
cool.
trying to hit up. I'm trying to hit up that open mic.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real. Let's drive some traffic to the island and shit.
Yes.
But where can we
Trips
find your work?
planned in the winter time, hopefully, because
Hell yeah.
I'm not making it in 2025, which is devastating for me. But I am at Marsh Majorca, MARSHMALLORCA on Instagram. That is like the primary place where you can find me and any of my like projects. And also like I will like be continuously boosting any organizing stuff there as well.
Of course
Um
you will. Bueno, I love a good Mallorca. I love you. I love Destiny. Steven, where you at? Talk to us.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Instagram is the main place I'm reliable these days. So I'm I underscore equal underscore MC underscore squared. From my capoeira name Energia, because Energia E equals MC squared. Yeah, I'm mostly right now I'm supporting and sharing other poets' work. But I am trying to cook up some of my own stuff to hopefully get out there. But yeah, I equal MC squared. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got a great critical eye picking out the lines for the chat in I mean, listen, you got to get your work out there too. We all do. Just like Issa's doing. Issa, where can we find you?
I am at Isa underscore rights on Instagram and most other things that I ever sign up for. Isa underscore rights.
Issa writes word underscore underscore underscore. If you don't know what that is, find somebody that knows. Issa underscore writes. I am at profe underscore writes underscore poems. Profe writes poems because, well, I write poems and shit. Profe writes motherfucking poems. Don't put motherfucking, you won't find me. And then we are collectively at La Cocina Arts, _Cocina_Arts. La Cocina Arts. Don't spell it with an S. We will make fun of you. Cocina is Cocina, La Cocina Arts. With that said, y'all, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, catch these poets while they're free, because eventually they're going to be up in the institutional spaces. They're going to be charging, a whole bunch of money to go see them in person. So, this is where you get them now for free, and in a revolutionary space, right? In a place that actually gives a shit about changing the world. Poets can do that because language is how we define ourselves. They like to say numbers, but let me tell you something. What's the word number? It's a word. It's language, y'all. It's all about language. So get you some language in your life, read some poems, and come out to La Esquina live soon. Coming soon to a barrio near you. It's gonna be Latin as fuck. You're gonna love it. Thank you so much for your contributions. My name is Rich Villar. Good night. Peace.